Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Batman 143. This is a new book from DC Comics, but let's talk about the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Zdarsky with art by Andrea Sorrentino and Giuseppe Camuncoli, inks by Stefano Nesi, colors by Dave Stewart and Alejandro Sánchez, letters by Clayton Cowles. This is the Joker Year 1 Part 2. The terrifying tale of the Joker Year 1 continues as a mysterious figure from Batman's past has come into the Joker's orbit, changing the clown Prince of Crime forever. And what secrets does the reformed Red Hood gang have for Batman's future? This is a very exciting three-part story. We are seeing multiple timelines, hence we have multiple artists. So I love that they are using that for effect. Camuncoli returns to tell us a story from Batman's past, as we saw in Batman the Knight. And we also now have Andrea Sorrentino giving us a glimpse at a possible future where things are pretty messed up. And I think when you're going to do something like that, Sorrentino is definitely the right artist for that. So in the future, we see that this Joker virus thing kind of continues to spread. I think it's a really interesting concept. Batman's past, in the meanwhile, comes back to haunt him in the past storyline, which is the one that Camuncoli is doing the art for. We'll see some of that in the previews in a minute. Also, why is the Red Hood gang after the Joker or after Jack? And of course, we also have a lot of really cool stuff. I think one of the strongest things in this issue is Sorrentino's paneling. The pacing really makes it feel like this noir detective story. A lot of details, a lot of zooming in on really important stuff. Like the clues are all there on the page for the reader to find, which is really cool. Um, there's distrust in the GCPD, which we also get a confrontation of that in the past storyline. So it's really interesting. It's a good balance of both of the stories going back and forth. And, somebody from Batman's past coming back to give Joker a heads up or a leg up, or really mold him into maybe the criminal that we know from the future. It's very cool. And of course, there's a really interesting surprise for Batman at the end of the issue. So let's take a look at some of the preview art. As I mentioned, I love the contrast between these artists. I think it's really cool. It really plays well for the effect that they're trying to achieve of this younger Batman versus this, story of Batman in the future. And like I said, there's a lot of really cool surprises that Sorrentino gets to draw towards the end of the issue. And here we see, like I said, this figure from Batman's past. If you read Batman the Knight, you'll know a little bit more about that. Highly recommend you go check that out. But I also love seeing this younger Batman. Like his physicality is a lot different than we're seeing. Of course, his outfit reminiscent of Greg Capullo's design in Zero Year. So everything just plays really well. And we are one issue away from the end of the story. Like I said, this is a small story, so it'll be interesting to figure out how this end up after the end of this issue, how this plays out. So, how will all this connect to the larger story that Zdarsky is trying to do? I'm not really sure yet, but we're getting a lot of really interesting clues and details into that, and I think it's going to play very interestingly with the future of this series. So. If you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.